Hello, what up guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 21 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. This is episode number 179 and happy Sunday to you. Hope you guys are all having a nice chill day. It's Sunday, just sit back, relax and enjoy. I've got some gameplay for you as well as some SBC packs, you know, like a 83 plus double, a party bag and stuff all in today's episode. Do me a huge favour though, hit me with a thumbs up. 5,000 likes is your target today, and I know you can make it happen. I know we've been struggling lately to get that, but smash that support. Come on guys, thank you very much. And of course, subscribe to the channel as well if you're new around here. So the squad we created in yesterday's episode is what we're going through this weekend league with. I think my football team may have just scored, considering I'm hearing some celebrations from downstairs. But anyway, we need to go on into the weekend league. Sorry about that. I wonder if you can pick that up on the microphone, actually, because that was quite a loud celebration, I think, from downstairs. But anyway, we're 3-1 in the weekend league, and we go on in to our first little session here of the day. And you know what? 3-1, it's not particularly far into the weekend league. We've already taken one loss. I'm expecting and hoping that these games go quite nicely. And in all honesty, I was still matching up against some pretty nutty squads. I mean, this guy, he scores with Overmars. He had like 88 Overmars. That's not a particularly nutty player to come up against. But this was a really nice Bundesliga team with the likes of Team of the Year, Alphonso Davies. He had that Zakaria. He had the 90 Haaland. Just some players which, I don't know, I'd actually quite like to use. I'm thinking of maybe trying to get... just going ahead and getting that Zakaria at some point. Whether or not we play him as a centre-back or a CDM, I don't know. But I think that strong link to Mbabu, I think we should probably do that at some point. Even if we never get a Kanji back, just that Swiss link would work nicely. And I would like to try him out on the game again, because I've never tried that particular card. And then also Haaland. At some point in time, I would love to give Haaland a try. Obviously, he'll be working his way towards a team of the season and whatnot. But yeah, if we could, I don't know, at some point, maybe we can hopefully pack one or buy one, or I don't know. But I would like to give him a go. Anyway, needless to say, this game, I was pretty much cruising, and then I just fell asleep a little bit towards the end, and he got a couple of goals back. No big deal though. Like those stats suggest, I pretty much annihilated in the game and was playing some nice football with my team. And then we come up against Neymar, Mbappe, and R9, and I'm like, oh, this is probably going to bring me back down to earth, isn't it? But hey, anyway, Rooney and Ronaldo. Rooney knocks it through to Cristiano. I'm just going to hit that near post when I spot a little bit of goalkeeper movement to the other direction. We'll take it. And despite having probably the slightly worse half out of the two teams, I am 1-0 up. But this guy was persistent and obviously had a nice squad. And that was manual from my goal. No, that was automatic from my goalkeeper there. That was not manual. I did not bring him out at all. He just decided to run out and then run back again. So I don't know what's going on there from Van der Sar. But he caused that equaliser, no doubt about it. And then once again, keeping calm and composed in front of goal with CR7. It sort of shook my opponent into moving his goalie again. And that's what led to me getting the 2-1 goal. Dybala ends up banging in on the right foot. I mean, fair enough. It's a 3-star weak foot. I didn't expect that whatsoever. But hey, we'll definitely take it. And then CR7 gets through, bangs it in the back of the net with his left foot. But we know how good that is. So, yeah, a 4-1 victory there against one fat Stella. All right, mate, Get Kebabbed as a team name. That's quite something. But that's going to be 5-1. So I was then expecting for it to get a little bit difficult. I wasn't expecting to come up against someone who, when I checked a day later, was currently 6th in the world with like 27 wins and games remaining. So, yeah, this one's not going to go well at all. And I could tell from the first couple of minutes that this wasn't going to be good. I gave one penalty away. I then gave a second penalty away, and Bruno Fernandes is able to slot them both home, of course. But yeah, I don't know. I was up against someone way out of my depth here. I don't know if it's a pro or an aspiring pro or a content creator. I'm not too sure. However, all I know is that I did see their gamer tag at 6th in the world in the top 200 on like mid-Saturday afternoon. So he was obviously going to probably finish in that top 200, which is, yeah, kind of nuts to match someone like that. It's very unfortunate. And when I looked on his champs channel, we were both 5-1 at the time, so there's no issue with matching against someone like that. It's just quite unfortunate for me that it happens. You know, probably a bad start for him being 5-1, a pretty good start for me being 5-1, and then randomly matching up. That sucks. But anyway, yeah, I end up getting absolutely battered. I got a man sent off. I can't remember exactly who it was that I got sent off, but GG to that guy. Yeah, you're just way better than me, and that's. I'm glad I scored a goal though. That was kind of like my target for the game. Once once I realised that I was not going to win. So then we go straight into the next game, and normally the game after a tough defeat is a pretty big victory. So I was hoping that this one would go a little bit better. CR7 bursting through that defence, and then that's just a beautiful dink. It's a lovely little chip. I spotted the goalkeeper making a tiny bit of movement, and we just, you know, knocked it over the top of his head. Dybala then gets a second go at it after just winning the ball back, and then Ronaldo cuts inside his centre-back and is able to finish nicely. But I think the first, like, 2 or 3 games of this episode, I come up against Team of the Year Alphonso Davies in, like, every game, which... yeah, I would love to try him out at some point. We've never really got the coins for it, though, because I spend on other things, such as SBCs all the time. But that would have been, during Team of the Year, I would have absolutely have loved to pack Kimmich and Alphonso Davies. I mean, obviously, I'll take what we did pack during Team of the Year. There's no question in that whatsoever. But in my head, I was like, I think they're going to be 2 of the easier ones to pack. And if I was going to get any, I would love to try and get them. But don't know if you guys know, but we actually ended up packing Team of the Year Ronaldo. Have I ever mentioned that on the series? I'm not too sure. But anyway, we end up going 4-2 up against this guy. He did get a couple of goals back and was keeping quite close. I wasn't sure if he was trying to play the ball through there. So terrible defending from me and Puyol. But he does end up getting it back to 4-3. It doesn't go any further than that, though. We take a 4-3 victory. So not the easy game that I was hoping after a tough defeat, but still a victory nonetheless. So now we're 6-2. We come up against this. I mean, what a squad. that is some crazy players right there. A couple of good Team of the Years. And he had Cantona as well, which appears to be one of my kryptonite players that I always feel like I concede to and end up losing against. But yeah, Lewandowski ends up knocking it into the box. Cheeky little finish from Bruno Fernandes there. But we are able to get back into the lead kind of straight away, I'm pretty sure. I mean, that was very lucky, the way that Ronaldo keeps the ball there. The goalie had already been brought out, so it was easy to just tap home. But I then gift him a penalty, and it was Van der Sar that made that happen. But of course, he can't get sent off. The goalies can't get sent off on this game or anything. But yeah, I've conceded every single penalty to Bruno Fernandes, I think, in the last few episodes, clearly showing that he is very good at penalties. So anyway, Ronaldo scores to make it 3-2 to me, and I think that's his hat-trick in the first half. So he's obviously helping carry me as always. But we are winning at half-time. Not an easy game, though. This one literally could go either way. It just depends on the luck factor and the bounces and the chances in the second half. But we are able to double our lead, or to, you know, get up to a 2-goal advantage there, going 4-2 up. But Eric Cantona, that man, he seems unstoppable. If there was ever a chance I could use icon moments, Cantona, I'd love it. I'd absolutely love it. It's like him and Zidane. I would just... and Ronaldinho. No, I'm not asking for much, but there's like a few there that I would absolutely love to try and use. Hopefully at some point in the year we get a guaranteed icon moments SBC that we could put a bunch of fodder into. That would be lovely. And then I'll take my Yashin and or I'll take my Van der Sar and I'll replace him with my prime Van der Sar, knowing my icon luck. But anyway, moving on. we concede another penalty to Bruno Fernandes. It's like the 4th one in 3 games or something. But we're 6-4 up, and this game is getting a little bit difficult because he's starting to pile the pressure on late game to try and get back into it. And I find myself at 6-5. But can we push forward and get the 7-5 goal? Looks like it, because we're the ones in the box. Dybala to the back stick for Rooney. It's just such a lovely ball and a nice header. You know, it's nice that he beat the defender there. So we get a 7-5 victory. GG to that guy. That was a tough old match, I'm not going to lie. I needed a little break after that one. However, we didn't take one. We went straight into another game. Crazy team again. You know, lots of very meta players. You know, our team is probably on target or on his level, or maybe a little bit better. I don't know what you would class it as, but this was a very meta squad. I ended up going 1-0 up with Cristiano, just skilling his way and like working his way into a goal scoring position. But that's just nice play there. Good run from Mbappe. He's easily able to slot that one home. So it's 1-1, and then on the stroke of half-time, Mbappe just does me. Like I genuinely thought he was going to be hitting a finesse shot, so that was a perfect fake shot from him. It led me to lunge out one way. He then cuts through the other way and scores the goal. So I'm down 2-1, and I feel like this one, again, I think this player was probably better than me. I feel like a loss was just on the cards in this match. So when I got a 2-2 equaliser, I was quite surprised. And then actually pushing through here to go 3-2 up with Wayne Rooney, I was like, if we can somehow hold on to this one, this will be one of the biggest wins of the weekend league for me. But Neymar knocks it to Mbappe, back to Neymar, back to Mbappe. Just somehow, I don't know, I'm all over the show with the defence, and I do concede the equaliser. And then, yeah, you guessed it. In the 92nd minute, with 1 minute added on, he does end up scoring with Wayne Rooney to win the game. And I wasn't too bothered, or I kind of expected it because I don't think I deserved to win that match whatsoever. But GG's to that guy, and that's 10 games played of the weekend league now, and we are 7-3. So we've already taken more losses this week than we took in the entirety of last weekend. So we'll stop there for now. We'll carry on to 14 in tomorrow's episode or whatever. But what I will do now is a couple of fun SBCs for you. So we've got the 83 plus double upgrade. It only required an 82 rated squad, and that, I mean, I feel like the chances of getting a walkout in this pack are hopefully significant. So we went for it. I had the players in the club to complete it. Let's go for this SBC and see what we can get. We can get a walkout, the first one in a while. Even since our rewards, we didn't get much. But we get ourselves the goalkeeper from Inter. I always get the nation flags messed up or whatever, but I thought it was going to be Oblak. Turns out it was Handanovic. Would have been a bit nicer if it was Oblak because he's higher rated, but I'll take an 88 rated Handanovic. That right there is going to really help me out for the party bag, because I don't have much else left in the club, and I really didn't want to spend too much on a party bag when I knew the likelihood of getting anything great in it is just, I don't know, I wasn't feeling lucky or anything. So I bought a couple of players to complete the party bag. One of which, you know, the only really expensive one was Carvajal for just under 30k. So we were able to get it done, and actually we were able to use two 75 rated informs, which is probably why I needed Handanovic and 86 Carvajal and 86 Red Schmeichel, but I'm never going to use those guys, so it's all good. Like, I don't mind putting them in. I just needed some sort of use for my two low rated informs that I've had in the club forever. So yeah, we end up submitting this stuff. I spent 30k coins, got rid of the rest of the stuff from my fodder in the club, and the party bag was complete. All right, epic. This one doesn't have ones to watches in it, so the chances, again, of getting something absolutely trash are less. So GG's to EA for not putting the ones to watches in. They know we don't want that at this stage of the game. So there's all sorts in here. I couldn't even tell you like exactly what shows up in this promo, but we get a walkout, so that's a start. And it's like orangey yellow flares, an Italian left wing from Napoli. That is going to be the road to the final live item for Insigne, which those of you that know that he's already been knocked out of the Europa League. So this card is no longer a live item. It will stay like this forever. And I think I end up checking his price, and it's not particularly high. So it's not that much more than what I ended up paying for just Carvajal himself. So yeah, unfortunately for me, as cool of a player as that is, he'll probably move really well in game, and you never know, I might end up using him. Who knows? But we've got El Shaarawy in that position, right? Still, it's a bit of an L in all honesty, but at least a fairly usable player. It's not one of the ones which you could just not get away with using with low pace or whatever. He's still a tricky little card. So that was my party bag. Unfortunately, it didn't quite go as I'd planned. But at least it wasn't, at least there weren't ones to watch in there, and we get a ones to watch tellers again, because that That's just not good. Although I think he's about the same price as what my Insigne is, about 40k. Oof. But that's going to be the end of the episode. So we're 7-3 in the weekend league, halfway through. I need to get up to 14 wins for you, hopefully tomorrow, day after, whatever it may be. But we'll carry on tomorrow and see what we can get done, shall we? I also need to complete marquee matchups because I haven't done that yet. But yeah, do me a huge favor. Smash the thumbs up on the episode. We're talking 5,000 likes on a Sunday. Come on, guys. Show that support. And, of course, subscribe to the channel as well if you're new around here. I thank you for that. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links are down below. Come see what I'm putting on my stories and stuff. And I'll catch you tomorrow for a new episode. Peace.